I'm at the mic now. Good seeing everybody. Appreciate everybody being here. Really good practice, beautiful day. Every day is a great day for football, and this actually is a beautiful day. So guys were very spirited and a lot of good work for a very tough opponent. A lot of respect for the Vikings, for their program. Coach O'Connell does a great job. I think that they're Coach Flores does a great job. Their whole operation is first class, and they're a tough, physical team, and we're looking forward to the challenge. What questions do you have?
Trayon Jones, just traded for him. How much do you think he can help the defense, the pass rush, everything overall?
Yeah, I think he can help a lot. I mean, we're really happy with it. It's something that had been in the works for a while, and he's a good fit for us. You know, the system he's been in for the last 3 years is the same system, so he picks it up quickly there, and he's a really good fit just style of play-wise. So we absolutely will get him weaved into it right away, and he'll be playing on Sunday.
John, is the versatility that he's shown in the past, where he can slide inside, is that something appealing to you guys as well?
It is something, yeah, especially in pass downs, to get in there and give you some work inside as well. He hasn't been doing that this year as much, but he's done a lot in the past, so that's a big part of it.
John, how do you think Todd has come out of the bye week, operating with Snoop and then getting Lamar back, but 2 strong outings back-to-back coming out of the bye from Todd Monken?
Todd? Yeah, I think we've done really well. I mean, it's 2 good games, so obviously getting Lamar back is a big part of that, but everything is really a big part of it. And even through the weeks where Lamar wasn't playing, and with Tyler playing, and before that with Coop, I mean, you're just still trying to get better at everything you do, trying to find yourself offensively, what direction do you want to go with the guys you have. And it's an ongoing process through the whole season, I think, with every team. That's just part of it. You're never the same team at the end of the year that you were at the beginning of the year. You continue to grow, hopefully, in the right direction. That's what you aim for. So we're just trying to do that.
What kind of challenge does Minnesota present with what they do with some of their blitz schemes and so forth, and how do you combat that?
Yeah, they just keep it moving. They game plan. So you're going to get certain things different ways. They're going to run their blitzes. They're going to run their simulated blitzes. They're going to run their bluff blitzes. They're going to line up and play too. They're going to disguise coverage. They're going to be split safety a lot. They have been. Protect themselves against play action pass and things like that. And they'll do it by showing blitz, or they'll do it sometimes by showing heavy box and running out of it. And things that people do in the National Football League, we do the same kind of things as well. I also think but they give you a lot of different pictures, so you've got to sort the pictures out. And then also you got to deal with the fact that it's going to be loud. I think at home, that's something that they really play into, the idea that the offense is going to have a tough time communicating and see if they can get the offense on their heels and get them discombobulated if they can. And we're going to work real hard to not allow that to happen.
Will you do anything in terms of that? Obviously, I know you pump music in here and stuff, but are you doing anything indoors to ramp it up? Is there anything you can do to kind of get close to that regular noise?
Yeah, it's pretty loud today. Did you guys hear it in there, in the office in there? You could hear it? How many times did you hear the horn today? Yeah, the horn. The horn was blowing today. And it was loud. We turned it up as loud as we could. I can't imagine it being louder than what it was today. So, yeah, we do that. But really, it's the way we build the plan as much as anything, in a way that we can operate effectively. And that's the challenge. Everybody faces it. And if we can handle it, you give yourself a leg up.
John, you asked a little bit on Monday. You talked about JJ McCarthy, studying a little more. What most impresses you about him? What gives you the most challenges?
The biggest thing about JJ that I've watched over the years is the guy's a fighter. He's just a real fighter. He's a never say die guy. He never says die within a play. He never says die within a series. Never says die within a game. Never says die within a season, or within his career if you look at it. At Michigan. So I think you see that on tape. He's just a fighter. And that you respect that. So he's a young quarterback, but our focus is really just playing defense as well as we can. They've got a lot of weapons. They got arguably one of the best. A lot of people say the best receiver in football. They've got a great receiving tight end. They've got, and then those complementary receivers, number 3 and number 1 are really good too. So they've just got weapons. Their backs are really good. They've got their back, Trayon Jones back now as well. They got their physical back. So it's a good offense. And then he's a young quarterback, but he can run around and make plays with his legs as well. So just all of it.
Defense. Do you feel like they've kind of turned a corner given how things started?
Who's that?
The defense. Given how the season started to where they are now.
I don't really look at it like that. I mean, I think that's kind of a good narrative to talk about, but we're just trying to get better all the time, just trying to improve all the time. So, we were playing good defense before, but there's a lot of things we had to work on. We're playing, our statistically better defense, but to me, there's still a lot of things to work on. And if you ask those guys, they'll tell you the same thing. They're just trying to work on every little detail and be as good and as physical and as disciplined, as detail-oriented, as we possibly can be, and then, go play hard, go out there and let it rip, and then let the chips fly.
Every day is kind of its own, but to come out, half a bye week and have everybody that can practice be out there practice, how satisfying is that?
Well, it'll be satisfying if we win the game and play great football. That's really the result is what you feel the most satisfaction with. But it is something that I think is definitely notable. I mean, it's different, and it's a good thing.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry. If you heard Craig Albernas, Orioles new manager, and he mentioned you as one of the guys that, based on your leadership and how you adapt to the players, you're not someone who he's kind of looked up to in sports. What have you heard that?
Oh, really? Great. Are we looking for my tickets? No, just congrats to Craig and congrats to the Orioles. We had a lot of respect for the organization there. We follow them. They're friends. They're over here. I see them in the cafeteria a bunch of times. They meet with Eric and they talk strategy, and I've always had great relationships with the managers there. Ever since I got here, just love all those guys. Buck was amazing, and I don't know. I was stunned and sad last year when they made the change. Because you make friends. And he was a great friend of mine. So. But now the new manager, I hope we have a good relationship, and because you become an Orioles fan for sure, and I love what they stand for, and I love it when they're, when they're playing aggressive and they're stealing bases, and they're the way they play, it's fun to watch.
Make you appreciate holding on to a job here for what, 18 years now?
Yeah, another Jerry question that we'll ignore. All right, thanks.